Hey, what's up guys, it's Damien back with another Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus Road to Platinum God remix video. On to episode number 7. In the last one, we successfully completed Azazel through greed mode to unlock Lilith, and so this time around we're gonna play as Lilith in the mode that she's best at, greed mode. So Lilith's gimmick is that she does not shoot whatsoever. Instead she has a buddy and item called Incubus, which we can't unlock yet. Wow, okay, a dime from one of these poops. That's an incredible start already. And so yeah, she doesn't shoot, she just has these Incubus buddies that do her shooting for her. Or the one for now. But yeah, so she starts with an item called the Box of Friends. Every time you use it, it doubles all of your buddies for the room that you use it in. So she's pretty much tailor-made for greed mode with that, because obviously everything takes place in the same room. So as you get through your waves, you're gonna eventually by your boss waves have like a nice collection of 4 buddies type thing. I'm not gonna hit my curse room just yet since I have these black hearts. I'm gonna see how everything plays out before I make that decision. But yeah, so wow, what a start. So we have a lot of greed mode. Obviously, this is the 3rd greed mode run already, the 2nd one in a row, and I know that it's kind of stunting the early progress a little bit, but after this one, I'll get back onto doing regular runs again. Just wanted to show off Lilith, and there's no point in struggling through regular runs with her when we can't even control our path and have a better shot at getting the right unlocks. So I'm gonna hold off on doing any regular Lilith runs until I can have some control over that. And then also early on in greed modes you have a lot more character help unlocks. Like in the last one we unlocked Cain starting with the paperclip. So there's a couple other ones that'll be coming along the way. For example, Eve starting with the razor blade. I think that's around 300. Yeah, 300-ish, and there should be one more around 200. So we were not able to really get the haunt killed on time, but then we were able to clump nicely and got that taken care of right before the 2nd boss wave spawned in, which is good. And so yeah, you see at this point I have 4 of these buddies and they're just kind of destroying shit. So now we have 2 Monstros. Not the easiest, but still not that difficult. Just have to make sure I have them on screen so that I know what they're doing and stuff. Like I don't want to have one off screen and then just get jumped on without even knowing that it's coming. And so that went smoothly, so we get our first devil deal. Hopefully it's good, and it is good enough to take at the least. That pentagram is going to be a nice damage up. I'm not going to take the Guppy's hairball. Yeah. Oh wow, okay, I played that really badly. Oh, nice. Okay, so Hematemesis sets you to 1 red heart, 1 full red heart container, and spawns a random amount of hearts from 1 to 4 on the ground. We ended up getting synth oil, so it was worth playing out the demon beggar, even if I did mess up and waste half a black heart. Now I'm going to take this pentagram for even more damage. I'll take the pay to win. It's not going to do anything as far as I know. Maybe it'll guarantee that I always have a reroll machine in my shops, but I don't think. And then I'm absolutely going to take the 9 volt. You want every battery upgrade possible as Lilith. The 9 volt makes it so that my box will now take 3 waves to charge instead of 2, or instead of 4, which is highly worth it. Also, because it's half off and I still have some spare money, I'll take the lunch. I'm not going to 7 cents for 2 keys. I'll probably end up spending 5 on the next floor for 1 anyways. I'll just do it. Okay, so we got a little room there with some guys. And yeah, so it's always kind of a risk because Lilith doesn't start out with that much health, and especially without that much, well, wow, it does work in here, so there is a reroll machine. Not really going to be able to make much use of that because we won't have bombs, but I will take homing. Wow, there's reroll machines in both of them. I've never had this trinket in greed mode before. That's actually pretty crazy because normally these just cannot spawn in these rooms. But yeah, so now we have another damage up, some more speed, and we are 2-piece spun already. So yeah, looking very promising so far, although Lilith is generally very good for greed mode, so it's not that often that you have issues in the first place. And really with how strong we are, I am gonna go ahead and play out my black heart for the curse room. Just got a bedroom, which isn't gonna help me now since my red hearts are full, but if I get knocked down to 1 full red heart container or more than that, but you know, not past that point, then I can use that for a full heal and come out with 2.5. Okay, so we have plenty of damage. Some tier 8 would be nice. And look at that, we already have our box recharged. So yeah, things are going pretty well with this run so far. That's for sure. The only kind of annoying thing with Lilith is just really lining up your shots, because obviously your buddies aren't right where you are, so you have to kind of get used to not shooting from your body but kind of from an offset position. Also, unless it's a really good buddy, you're not going to want to bother taking any buddies as Lilith because of the fact that they're all going to be doubled. So instead of getting all of your incubi clumped together, you're just gonna have you know, let's say you get a pin. Yep, 2 pins. Okay, so let's say you get like a sister Maggie along with your incubus. So every time you're gonna get an incubus and a sister Maggie, and then your incubi are gonna be very spread out and stuff. So that's kind of annoying to deal with, much like Rag Mega. And hey, Sister Maggie. So obviously I will not be taking that. Okay, so there's no reason not to just get in here and get an extra half a heart is basically what it would amount to. Also, we unlock the wooden cross trinket for healing ourselves at a bed for the first time on the file. What the wooden cross trinket does is it gives you 1 free hit per floor where you take no damage. I'm not going to take any of this, and I don't think I'm going to... fuck it. Okay, rerolled on 3. Nothing worth it. I'll do 1 more. Okay, so we did get some tier 8, which is very good. So now we shoot faster. I don't know why they were both champions. It's pretty rare considering I don't have the champion belt. Anyways, on to the next floor. And of course we're going to have some reroll machines in these rooms. Okay, so I don't know if I want to put money into these. Okay, so that's another tiers up. With the soul heart there, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop in here, see what I have. Okay, so that's another thing with Lilith, is that she starts with Cambion Conception as well. When she takes a certain amount of hits, she will spawn a random buddy. It's very good if it gives you a second incubus. Sometimes it can give you a dark bum to eat red hearts and poop out soul hearts, which is good. In this case it gave me a little brim, which is good, but at the same time a little rough, because again, now my incubuses or incubi are going to be spaced out. So I'll take Smart Fly. It's not a buddy that like is gonna be intrusive, and I think I will play for 1 reroll in here. Meat is good enough for me. I guess actually getting the little brim is not too bad. It lets me play rooms from further out. Okay, so at this point I'm not going to bother using my box again. I'm plenty strong enough to deal with what I have to here. And so yeah, actually getting the little broom was really good for example, the mask guy. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Is it just the Mask of Infamy? That's the name of the item. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, nice. So that's why you only unlock the era, because when the Devil Deal in your Greed Mode run pays out with runes, they're always going to be eras. It's a winning strategy. So now we have a era. Not going to use it on this floor, obviously, because I think I had already picked up some money accidentally previously. And now that we're capped out on tier rate, we don't need the tiers up from the blue cap. So I think we're good to just move on. We're back at the point where we need to buy keys. But we also have soul hearts, so I'm going to go ahead and see what's up in here. Maybe some free keys. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to take a chance and play him out. I actually don't know if I can get Demon Baby from Cambion Conception if I don't even have it unlocked yet. And nice, Sin Robes, definitely worth it. And a half off key, certainly cannot complain about that. Pupilla Duplex is a definite yes, so now my tiers are much wider, they have a much bigger hitbox, and they also have a spectral, so they pass through rocks and stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'm not going to take the Cracker Jack, it's just going to be an extra red heart container as well as a random trinket spawn. I like the trinket that I have already, plenty, but I will take Spun, so now we have even more damage. We have our speed capped, that was worth 4 cents without a doubt. And I don't want any of these, so I'll go ahead and push for a reroll. I will take the Terror Cloth for sure, so that our Yara will quadruple whatever it Yaras instead of doubling now. So yeah, we're nice and mighty right now. Yep. Scary bombs. And fortunately I did pick up some money from the bombs, so I'll just min-max as hard as I can and save this Yara for the next floor. And I ran into some creep there. Okay, so we got some Sisters Visses. And so now our Devil Deal wave is 2 Fred fights. And that went very smoothly. And so now we get a Krampus fight. Because we left the room, we're down to 1 of each of our guys, but luckily we're strong, and we got the head of Krampus rather than the lump of coal. Lump would have been much better for us. Okay, so yeah, give me that Terror Cloth. Justice is very nice, so now we get 2 of each consumable because of the Terror Cloth effect. And yeah, I'll take the Champion's Belt as well for the extra damage. I'll also chance one of my bombs on this gray chest. And it did give me a bomb back as well as some extra money, so that was very worth it. Okay, so on to the next floor. We're going to do our best not to pick up any money here until we get the last boss wave spawned in. Now the question is, I was going to say, is it more worth it to use our bombs towards the reroll machines in the item rooms or in here? This ended up not even having a reroll machine, but it did have a stone chest, so I'm going to at least use one bomb in here. And so we got a bunch of money, some keys that we don't really need at this point. This is our last item room, or our last set of item rooms. So reroll this. And Big Chub's another buddy that like kinda doesn't really block your incubi and your other buddies, so I think I'm gonna take him. He also blocks shots when he goes out, so having a bunch of them out there is pretty useful. Okay, so the health up at this point, I don't really need it. The PJs though are nice. I'm gonna leave them there for now, because odds are I'll probably take a hit or two, and they do give you 4 soul hearts, whereas currently I would only get 3.5. And so yeah, as you can see, I mean, it's kind of been like this for a while now, but enemies are just kind of getting annihilated. Okay, so adversary is one that I can definitely get hit against, although he's doing this move, so also I completely forgot about not picking up any money, so I guess we'll save the arrow for next floor and make sure we don't forget. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Just 2 red chests. I'm not gonna bother with pills this time, because if I get a telepills, it'll take me out of my devil deal, and I will lose my Yara. So at that point, I got a guppy piece. That would be 2-piece guppy if I would have taken the guppy's hairball way back when. Okay, so on to the shop floor. Really do not want to pick up any of that money if I can at all help it. And I don't want any of this. I'm going to be getting a lot of money anyways from the Yara-ing, so it's not really a big deal to spend money here. I don't need the tears up. Don't need any of that. I like Blood Clot, probably a little too much, but that's okay. 7-cent lump of coal sounds good to me. God, I keep bouncing off too hard and messing up. Nice, we got a succubus. So succubus is a character that I will be unlocking with Lilith later. Bounces around the room. That ring around it damages enemies, and whenever I'm standing in it, I get plus 50% damage. See, at this point there isn't really much more that we need. We're not super well equipped for the fight, but we have plenty of health. Keep in mind, I'm going to have to save a charge for the fight, and then I'll only be able to use that one. But then we'll have 2 orbitals as well. Or not. Do the flies block tears? I think they do. They look like they do, but they kind of don't always follow me, so I'm not sure. Okay, so we're on to our last wave now, so we can use this Yara. And let's do our devil deal wave. More years? We would have made copy. Why were those tears like really huge for a second when I walked in? Yeah, that kind of sucks though. We definitely could have made copy on this run, and that would have I mean, again, the fight isn't going to be an issue, but it would have made it go quicker at the least. And so let's see here. 98, 99, and we have... so we have 13 cents left on the ground. I'll buy the mini mush and see what replaces it. So right there you have the 1-up, which gives you an extra life. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'll play for one more reroll. 7 cents for a range up, which I'll only do because I have a lump of coal. And that's gonna be it. So would have been good to save up to 99 cents, but at the same time, odds are pretty good that I'm gonna get some money from the fight that I have to do before the greed fight, or the ultra greed fight, I mean. So yeah, it's not that big a deal. Probably get back up there. And so yeah, there's 99. Let's do this. Let's see, I have no idea if that shot just hit the ground right in front of my feet or if it was blocked by one of those flies. I actually have no idea if they are a protective orbital or not. So getting little Brim here definitely ended up being a good thing. Like I can kill off his extra little dudes there without having to be in position to get them, which is a big help. Shouldn't have knocked that one out, but I guess I don't need more money right now, since I'm already at 99, of course. Jesus, all this money that I don't need and that I want to pick up, because otherwise he picks it up and heals himself. So okay, so I'm gonna stop attacking him for a little bit so that we can get his damage neutralization taken out. But of course couldn't do it for too long because my succubi are bouncing around the room and their aura does damage him. He really wants to blow me up. Okay, so what I'm thinking here, I don't know if I want to cut this video short, like after this, and make it like a shorter episode, or if I want to also do the host challenge. I think I'll probably do the host challenge. It would have to be a pretty crazy long grind for it to actually like affect things to the point of making the video like crazy long. Because as of now, this video is going to be like 23 minutes or something like that, with the run at where it's at time-wise. So. And alright, so that's that taken care of. Hopefully we can get all 99 of these pennies into the donation machine. This time I'm going to math it right. It would take us to 258 if we got everything in there. Okay, special shopkeepers. And we got it all in there. That's good. So we are a little over a quarter of the way through progress on our greed donation machine, which is very good. So now that that's done and taken care of, we can go ahead and do the host challenge, which has a very, very good unlock. It unlocks Tech 0.5. Very strong item right there. What it does is it gives you an extra laser shot that shots out like sporadically at a random rate, and sometimes it has tier effects like homing and stuff. All these rooms that would have been portals. I'm very glad that I'm doing this early on. So in this challenge, like all the other ones we've done so far, you only have to take it through 6 floors. And you start out with the item Spider Baby, which makes it so that when you get hit, you spawn, I don't know if it's one spider or a couple spiders, I can't remember, I don't utilize it very often, But you start with that as well as mulligan, so every time you shoot at an enemy you have a 1 in 6 chance of spawning a friendly fly. Mulligan's not really that reliable. It's, I mean, basically poor man's guppy, but really not that great. Like 1 in 6 is the known chance, but I don't know, I don't really feel like it hits that often, so I don't know, maybe they fixed the rate in the recent patch or something. But yeah, like it's been a while since we've had a fly pop out, even just here, so I don't know. Okay. Oh, also you start with the tick trinket, which we've seen in an earlier video, makes it so that all bosses start at 85% health. I don't know why, I saw it a couple times in this fight that I very quickly for a second got the bar, the little circular bar that pops up when you're charging a shot. It popped up for me really quick and then went away. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Okay, so this room makes me happy that I have the cube of meat. So for once I won't bitch about having an orbital. Whoops. That could have been bad. Yeah, it happened again. I don't know what the hell that's about. Yeah, some soul hearts would be nice. I'm gonna have to be careful in this room, because once those flies split, they obviously, as you can see, they split out quite far, so getting plenty of bombs. No tinted rocks to use them on though. And I figure after I finish this room I might bomb for that card, see if it's a Hierophant card. That would be very nice. And it also gives us some poops to shoot out, which can of course pay out with soul hearts very rarely. Might as well use the bomb here since I'll get a bomb back anyways. It's the wrong type of heart. Still a couple more poops to shoot out here. So we're up to 5 cents. We do have a shop right there. Hopefully it has a soul heart in it. It does, very nice. So we are going to have some protection for our devil deal. Bomb him because he has nickels in his eyes, so he has a high chance of paying out with a nickel. So now we have 5 cents for a future shop if we need another soul heart, or if we get more money in the future, then we just have continued progress. And I got hit by a big tear, so there goes my soul heart. We do have a tinted rock right there, but I don't want to just rush in for it. Also, it's going to take 2 bombs to get to. And we got a gold chest from it. Okay. And we got another red heart. We did make our devil deal, but unfortunately it's bad. So I'm not going to take any of that, and we're going to be playing angel rooms. Also, no reason not to go to every room possible and see what we can get. Don't have to worry about keeping our devil deal anymore. Got another key because he was a gray, or I don't know, just dim champion, whatever it is. They have half health, and when they die on normal mode, all challenges are automatically seeded at normal mode. But when they die on normal mode, they're guaranteed to pay out with a key. In hard mode, champions have a much, much lower drop rate. Okay, so that's just our sacrifice room. Can't do anything with that right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and be cool and do this whole room with my cube of meat and just run into disembodied bodies. Disenheaded bodies, I guess. Alright. I'd say I was pretty cool in that room. Only got hurt once. And I'm not seeing any tinted rocks anywhere. Also, for what I went through with that 5 streak to get the super tinted rocks unlocked, I am awful at finding them, so it was pretty much a waste. Like, there could be one in this room, I would have no idea. Okay, so that guy is a blinking green champion, meaning that when he dies, he will split into 2 regular versions of himself. One of them got instantly killed, basically by my cube of meat. Yeah. Okay. So, no other soul hearts and no bombs, so we can't test out a secret room or even get a tinted rock anyway if one were to present itself. I'll take a chance on this gold chest, and we got bombs at least. At this point in challenges, bombs are going to be more useful than keys anyways. Let's see what's in here. Great chest. Wasn't going to do it unless it was something amazing. Basically like if it gave me proptosis or something. I think that the best thing I've ever seen in a challenge room, because they can have items in them very rarely, I think the best that I've seen is Tech X, which is an item I greatly hope that we see at some point on this file. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't, because it's more or less the best item in the game. It's certainly up there at least. It replaces your shot with this circular ring that you shoot out, and I actually did have it in, I think, one of my old speedrun videos, none of which were very fast or impressive. Ugh, there we go. Yeah, let's see what's in this here sack. We got a key out of it, a couple cents as well. That would have been 2 portals. Alright, so this is a room that I get hit in quite frequently, so I've been pretty good for the most part in this run so far, playing things safe. Having something like the mulligan, as much as I was kind of talking smack about it before, is good because you kind of get those flies without realizing it, and they kind of help you without you realizing it. Like I think one of these meat men was killed by one of the flies early on in the room. And so yeah, we made it through. Good flies. I almost played that extremely poorly. Okay. No soul hearts in here. I'm gonna rectify that with a bomb. Oh wow, nice, okay. So either way, I wasn't gonna spend my other bomb there on the reroll machine, because we have this beggar back here that will greatly increase our chance of getting our Devil Deal / Angel Room when blown up. I just wanted to leave him behind, because if I got hit and lost my Devil Deal chance, then I probably wouldn't have wanted to spend the bomb. But since I didn't, and I now have some protection, I figure I'll go ahead and go for it. Okay, so I have to be careful with this little double-headed guy. He can get knocked into a state where he just becomes like the regular version of himself. But in his double-headed form, he can... Okay, so I'll do my fight first before I play with that. But yeah, in his double form, when he attacks, he shoots out a line of creep at you, and depending on your distance, it can be a little bit scary. Also, with the way that I've played Chubb lately on this file, I don't think the chances of me getting my deal here are very good, especially with one of the black leeches that was the blinking green champion type. But we're doing okay so far, I guess. And luckily he died right in my face. But before hitting me... Oh boy, that was risky. Yep, so just want to get Chubb working left to right. Hopefully he'll kill his own leech buddies. and just stay on a predictable linear path. I got caught in the back. Really want to keep this chance at this deal if I can. Yes, keep killing your own leeches, please. Luckily he spawned one there, otherwise I'm pretty sure I would have gotten hit. Okay. Ah, I was doing so good. Well, at least we still do have a pretty high chance thanks to the shopkeeper that we blew up, as well as the coin beggar. And we did get it at 11.5%. That's a very good hit. Let's see what's in here. Okay. So this is a bit of a tough choice. Crown of Light, one of the best items in the game. Gives you double damage in a room until you get hit, but only as long as your red hearts are full. And so far in this run, I have not gotten soul heart protection, which is obviously what you would need to make sure that your red hearts don't get knocked out. If I take a hit in a room and don't have any red health to go back for after, I'm not going to get any effects from it. Meanwhile, the rosary gives you 3 soul hearts and puts the Bible in just about every item pool in the game. So that's pretty useful. I haven't been able to get soul hearts in this run for the most part, obviously, and the Bible can help me insta-kill mom, but I'm gonna go for broke and take the Crown of Light. Okay, so apparently the Crown of Light gives you 2 soul hearts? To be honest, I mainly get Crown of Light in breaking runs where I have a shit ton of stuff already anyways, so maybe that's why I didn't know that. I feel like that has to be a recent thing though. I don't know, I'm out here playing this file like I'm supposed to be teaching people, and apparently I don't know shit about the game, so I'm not gonna go back for that last room. Okay, I do have 2 bombs. Soul heart. No. Alright. So let's keep it moving. Yeah, so that double damage from the Crown of Light is going to make our flies pretty damn strong straight off the bat, which is very good. And any damage up that we get is obviously going to be taken up a notch. Okay, getting that free bomb, which is good. And I hate this room. I really hate these little jumpy guys when they turn into their fire form. They have like 3 times the health, pretty much. Okay, that's taken care of. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in here. Okay, interesting. Do I want a bomb for a golden key? I don't think so. Eternal Heart is nice. There's no way we're going to be able to get into that challenge room. Since we have a shit ton of health containers, I guess if we get a devil deal on this floor and it's just loaded with good shit, or if it has a guppy's paw in it, they were very eager to kill themselves on my cube of meat. I'm not complaining. Ow! Okay, so yeah, now we're back to our regular damage for the rest of the room. I have a good feeling about these mushrooms. Nope. Damn it. Was playing pretty well for a while, now I'm getting a little sloppy again. Can't pick that up because I already have the tick, which I can't drop unless I have the matchstick. So what that... Well, actually, yeah, I'm bugging. That golden horseshoe wouldn't do anything for me anyway. So what it does is, item rooms, when you get into them, already have a very, very, very small chance of having 2 items in them, and within that chance, you can either have a selection of one of the 2 items, or sometimes you can take both. I don't know what the odds are, but I know from getting it in the past that... Nice, free guppy piece. I do know that from getting it in the past, you are much more likely to just have the choice of one between the 2 versus getting both of them. So the golden horseshoe gives you an extra 15% chance to getting that. So I mean, it's something that you see maybe once every like 15-20 runs, maybe even more than that. So just having the golden horseshoe massively increases that chance of you seeing it. And I've had some golden horseshoe runs where I got like 3 of them. So that's always nice when that happens. And I believe the secret room is going to be right here. Decided to take a chance on the button. Didn't pay off for me. Luckily that one that was up there just went ahead and killed himself on the fire. And so like I figured from the beginning, that room way over there was going to be the way to my boss room. Ultimately didn't really get anything worthwhile before going out of my way, except actually the guppy piece was nice. Okay, so now we're back to regular damage. And nice, we have bombs again. Super secret. Guppy piece. Alright, so we got us a Gertie fight. So when it comes to bosses and stuff, as you can see, the shadow here under Gertie is basically her front hitbox. So like I'm trying to get my Cuban meat in there, that's where I'm gonna go to. It was something that took me a long time to get used to. I would constantly run into like Gertie and Monstro and stuff trying to use the Cuban meat on them, but eventually you do get used to it. So we have plenty of red health, not a lot of protection left. Gonna need to start playing a little bit better considering I am relying on this Crown of Light. Do have some extra damage now thanks to the Jesus Juice, but that damage up is going to end up looking a lot less significant once we lose that double damage in a room by taking a hit, so I want to avoid that if at all possible. The air is nice. Obviously not going to be going for a break or anything like that, so if I just get a soul heart or something, then the air can help with that. 2 stone chests. Let's take a chance. Okay, nice. So because one of them was set to pay out with an item, the Yared version also paid out with an item. So we got Steven for a nice damage up, as well as Head of the Keeper, which gives us penny tiers, so now our shots have a chance of spawning money when they hit enemies. They always pull the ultimate jukes on me. And yeah, plus we just got a shit ton of consumables from those 2 chests that didn't pay out with items. So, and there's already our boss fight. It is going to be a double trouble. As you can see, it's a longer room. So that means that we're going to be fighting 2 bosses at once. Yeah, so getting my shop beforehand would be nice, although I don't know how much that could really help me at this point. I guess mainly just from getting another soul heart or 2. And I have enough keys, I don't need to worry about grabbing that. Okay, so this way physically cannot lead to my item room, or to my shop, or to any progress whatsoever. I'm feeling lucky about this way. And yeah, considering we found our boss room so quickly, I figured there would still be a lot of floor to do before we actually found our shop. Okay, curse room. Yeah, and I have no idea if we're just not seeing tinted rocks or maybe I just happen to be missing a bunch. I feel like I haven't seen any, and obviously I'm always on the lookout, especially in this case where it would definitely be nice to have one. Maybe our shop's this way. It is, unless it's a double key room, and it's not, it's our shop. Okay, so we got a reroll machine in here, which is good because I don't want any of that. Extra devil deal chance, or up to 72.5%. Car battery probably isn't going to do anything for me. Mom's key, next floor is the last floor, so I'm not going to bother. There we go, soul hearts, and hive mind is very worth it as well. So now all of our flies, as well as the spiders that we might spawn from getting hit, do double damage. Humbling bundle would be nice. It's too late now, can't afford it, and didn't get another soul heart. Unless, no, it's a high priestess. We'll keep the high priestess though. So what that does is it spawns a mom's foot to come down and stomp on the enemy in the room with the most health. If you use it in a room that has no enemy in it, then you get stomped on yourself, which counts as explosive damage, so it does a full heart unless you have explosive resistance, at which point it does nothing. And another high priestess. So even though this room isn't really doing much for me, it's kind of like good to get payback on those leeches for that boss fight before. Even though we did end up hitting, I really wish I could pick that up. Even though we did end up hitting on that very nice 11.5% angel room, just the fact that I had to struggle through that room and it was slow progress and everything. So that trinket that I wasn't able to pick up was the dim bulb. What it does is it gives you some good stats up across the board if you have an active item that is completely out of charge, and since we have no active item, it would count and it would proc. Okay, so double haunt, definitely not too bad considering our damage and everything about our build right now. Okay, so I am going to want to get them both up on the wall though. Now just focus on killing that one first, or instead just trade off and kill the other one first. Alright, and we did not hit on our 72.5% chance. So we're on to the 6th floor, our last floor, and our current build is what we got, unless we get like an item from a chest or just from a room randomly or something. Really wanted that to be a balls of steel. Okay. Progress is steady as she goes. Yeah, at this point, if I find my boss room, I'm just gonna go in and do it. Oh, also, I can't use the high priestess in the mom fight. It's not gonna do anything for me. Or, I don't know, maybe it'll just make the foot stomp right down on me. It's been a long time since I've messed around with it. Okay. I guess I could try again, see if I get a half off soul heart, but whatever. Okay, not too fast, so I'm not gonna push it in here and waste some health. And so we're on to the last fight of the run. Just gotta be good and win it, and then we'll be fine. Obviously, even if we lose our crown of light, like, we're just kind of mushing her right now, like it's no real issue. And that's that. Also, we got another angel room here with some health. So we got a whole bunch of red hearts now, yeah, a whole bunch of red health now. And that is the challenge 1. It's going to be a nice long loading screen before they tell us that we have unlocked Tech Point 5. Alright, so that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time with a regular run, and probably going to put the challenges on pause for a little bit and just focus on doing regular runs in the videos for a while. So anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.